The cracked water pot. A while ago in India, there was a man who had to walk a very long way to bring water from the well. Well, he figured out a system to make it more efficient, and he tied two big pots, one on each side of a pole, and put the pole over his shoulders and walked that way, and that way he could carry two pots at a time. Well, he brought plenty of water for his family and everything went well, and he decorated those pots by hand with all sorts of beautiful colors and designs. But one day, one of the pots cracked. Maybe the kids were playing and they knocked it over by mistake. Nobody knew what happened. But that day, when the man brought his pots back home, drip, 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 the pot on the right, little by little, emptied out half of the water. And the cracked pot, felt terrible about this. After the man had shaped her so carefully and decorated her and painted her, and now she felt, oh no, Master is surely going to throw me away now. I threw away half of his water, and he has to walk so far and work so hard. But to her surprise, the man noticed the cracked pot and said, huh, and didn't do anything. And the next day he went back for water, and all the way back, drip, 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 until when they finally got home, once again, the cracked water pot had only half of the water that he'd filled. Well, the other water pot, the perfect one, she started taunting the cracked water pot and saying, look at you, you're spilling all the water. I, however, am whole, and I am bringing all the water for Master's house. You really should be ashamed of yourself. And the cracked water pot really was. Oh, she felt so bad, especially as time passed and nothing happened. She kept expecting him to throw her away. Nothing happened. Every single day she would throw out half of the water. And finally, after months, she couldn't stand it any longer. And when the man arrived home and the cracked water pot saw that she only had half her water, she cried out and said, I'm sorry. Please, just make a new pot. Make a perfect one. Throw me away. I'm not any good at all. The man looked at the pot and, well, he was very surprised for two reasons. One, there was a pot speaking to him. And two, because he said, oh, I had no idea you were feeling this way. Well, I need to show you something. And the next day, once again, he put his two pots on his stick and walked all the way back to the well, filled them up, and started going back. And on the way there, he said, now, I want you to take a look at the pathway. The cracked water pot stared at the pathway all the way to the well. And when they finally got to the well, she was very glum because she didn't know what was going on. She said, nothing, it's just a pathway, it's dusty and it's stony. He said. Filled them up, and then he started walking back home and said, and now, look at the pathway on your side. What do you see? Well, it's just flowers. Flowers all along the pathway, leading all the way to his house. Yes, said the man. When I saw that you were leaking, I planted flower seeds all along the path, and every single day as I walk back home, you've been watering them. And now I have flowers to bring to my wife, and my kids have them to sell in town. And you say that you're not perfect because you're broken, but actually your flaws, your faults, even that which you call brokenness, that is absolutely perfect for something else.